are on your voicemail. You sound chicken.
That was rough. Because that's a remake of my original one. Because originally people would be like, why do you sound like that on your voicemail?
Like sad?
Yeah, they were like, you sound depressed. So that's why I did that. I was like, and I tried to do it. That was not a plan. Hey guys, thanks for joining us again to NYC Chat Room with Tiffany and Lauren. Today we're going to be talking about Marriage Bootcamp episode 2. So please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you have anything to say about the episode yourself. So we're going to get into it. First, we're going to start with the storylines that pretty much didn't really have much going on this week. So we're going to start with Little Fizz, aka Drewski, aka Drew, with Tiffany. Drew and Tiffany pretty much to me they're a pointless couple on this show. I don't understand why they're even there. It falls flat. I don't understand it. Their rap battle was, what did they even say in the rap battle? Exactly, forgettable. I'm trying to think
he said that she got a fat ass, but her attitude blows.
Her attitude sucks.
And then I don't know what she said. I remember she was like, she got a fat ass.
I know she said something about he wasted her time. I felt her on that part. But the rest of it, as far as their situation, they're not even together. They're trying to, I guess, end it on a friendship.
They're trying to be on TV and get tracked. And it's very apparent. No one is hurt behind this situation.
No.
They're cracking jokes. We don't take them seriously. I don't feel any real emotion or real conflict between them that is really a part of their actual lives. I feel like they're just filling in the space with content for TV.
She pretty much summed up that she realized that she was a jump off, and he just said a bunch of nice things to her to keep her there. All he wanted to do was have sex. He made that clear in their little confessional thing.
He's been saying things like this on TV, though. He keeps talking about this appetizer. He wants a sample.
Yeah.
And then we see in his other reality show, we saw that he gets very familiar and close with women just to kind of yank the rug out from under them.
Yeah.
So anyone moving forward should know that about him by now before getting involved with him, that this time he didn't let her meet the child, but he let other people meet the child.
Right.
That really pretty girl from Love and Hip Hop that he was messing with, and he first said the sampling thing to on TV. He did let her get very close, move in and stuff like that, and then kind of said, whoa, calm down, I don't want a woman. So we know that he's a commitment phobe.
Yeah,
so anyone moving forward just needs to take that into account. But with most men, when they're ready, they're ready. When they meet someone they really want to commit all the way to, they will. But we make the mistake as women most of the time to believe that's going to be us.
Yeah. So next we have Jessica Dime and her fiance Sean. Their situation is weird because the only thing he keeps saying is she's too ratchet. And he's saying that like she's too ratchet, whatever the song was. That's his.
Too Tiffany, she's too ghetto for me.
They're saying it sounds like a horror film, but it's true.
Like something.
It did. It was horrible, but I don't get it. Like, that's how you met her. Jessica Dime has been this way since she was introduced to us on Love and Hip Hop. To me, I think that was when I found out about her.
Yeah.
Is that the first one with the whole Jocelyn situation?
Yeah.
She's been the same person. So what? I mean, I understand
she's
people are supposed to
calmed
evolve.
way down.
I was gonna say she has. From what she was, what we saw in that Love and Hip Hop, she seems pretty reasonable on the show, and that's your fiance. So, I mean, I understand you want people to evolve and all that type of stuff, but this is her. Like, that's her personality. And that's how you met her, pretty much. So I don't understand what the issue is.
You met her, you vibed with her, you made her your girlfriend, you put a ring on her finger, you knocked her up, and now she's too ratchet for me. At what point did you figure that out?
Right.
Before after,
the baby, during the baby.
You couldn't figure.
When you got down on one knee,
you couldn't figure it out. Like, I had no sympathy for his plight. It makes no
and he
sense.
kept talking about her clothes and how she dressed too sexy. Like, that's what you wanted. That's That's what you wanted.
That was part of the appeal.
Right,
Sure.
that's what you wanted. So you can't now say you have to stop this all completely. Like, she will evolve eventually, I think, as she gets older. We all do. But you can't, that's not something that needs to be, she treats you well, it seems like. She wants to be with you. She doesn't seem to have commitment issues when it comes to you. And the same thing with you with her. It doesn't seem like you guys don't want to be committed to each other. So you can miss me with that shit. Y'all situation is stupid.
It is stupid. I also question whether or not they just wanted to get on TV. I do think they have a real relationship.
They do.
But I think they just saw this as a good opportunity to be on television.
To stay relevant. Because
clearly,
I don't think
they
she's on
haven't set a
anything
date.
right now.
I don't know if they have secretly, but they haven't gotten married as far as we know. So that probably is a real issue. But it seems like they have a decent relationship.
They do. They seem like they enjoy each other and they have fun. So
whatever. Sometimes in relationships, people will put off their own stuff onto the other person.
Right.
I think maybe he's just not ready to get married, and he's trying to blame her so that he's not the bad guy.
Right.
Instead of just saying, look, I don't want to get married. I thought I did.
Or let's slow this down.
Yeah. He doesn't want to say that. He wants to say, oh, that's because you have on a pink headband and pink is just like too much for me.
Right.
I think it's just like
your dress is too tight.
Yeah, like
what,
oh gosh, you're too loud. You're
all
too
my dresses
soft-spoken.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. I think that he just doesn't want to get married if what they're saying is
I think
true.
he wants to just slow it down and just enjoy each other, which is something he just needs to say.
Right.
Like, let's enjoy, because it seems like their relationship moves pretty fast as far as them getting together, having a kid, and all of that, and getting engaged. That it looks like it happened in a pretty fast time period. So maybe he does just want to slow it down. But if that's the case, say that, sir.
Right.
Like, speak your mind.
Don't blame the other person. That's not fair. For being who exactly they've always been.
Right. Well, that's it for them on this week. Look at Dime in her booski. I don't know why I'm adding ski to everything. Booski. Next we have Waka Flocka and Tammy Rivera. Again, another couple. Of course, they've been together for years. We believe that situation. On this episode, their rap, it was annoying. That whole rap segment was kind of stupid.
It was, but keep in mind that a handful of them are actual rappers, and I got the most bars from Little Mo. What's really good?
Little Mo, she was into it.
She was.
She was.
Nobody gave me bars like that. These supposed to be lyricists, so I was disappointed by that.
I think that's always been the issue, because even Waka Flocka, they've never looked at him as a lyricist.
Clearly.
Because I don't know what he was talking about. He like her like Hennessy and, what did he say?
A blunt. Yeah, that wasn't sexy.
Yeah, that's lovely, Waka. But anyway, so their rap segment was basically her thinking about everything in the past and bringing up things from the past. He keeps saying that she needs to let go of the past. That's the past. Leave it alone and move on. Which you hear a lot of times with guys when the cheating situations happen. They're like, oh, that was the past. Forget it. It don't work like that. Okay? Emotions don't work like that. Feelings don't work like that. Your brain doesn't work like that. Because if she was out there doing her and you guys got back together and she was like, oh, get over it, you would feel some type of way, as men usually do. You guys don't let things go, but you're expecting women to always let things go. So I think that's their issue in their relationship. He seems like he is trying to do better, but me personally, I still think Waka Flocka is out there. I still think he's sleeping with other women. I do not think he's faithful to her at all. Maybe he slowed it down a little bit. Maybe have his main little side pieces over there sprinkled in the corner. But overall, I don't think it's true.
I think that he is a nice guy.
I do think that.
With a hoeing problem. I think that because he is such a nice guy, he seems to have a really close relationship with her daughter, which is hard to find and replace. And that's probably what keeps her there. Part of the reason why she's still.
And he considers her his.
Yeah, they have a really tight bond. So I know how that devastating that would probably be to her child. Yeah. So that is something that's very important. I don't think that Waka Flocka is ready to be monogamous, and I don't think he really prioritizes that. It seems like he just feels like, okay, if I'm here and I'm taking care of you and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do and I'm being affectionate and I'm being upbeat and happy, everything should be good. Don't worry about what I do if I'm safe about it. That's just how he seems like he That's what I'm picking up on.
Yeah.
So I just feel like the two of them, they were very giggly about their issues.
Everything.
I'm surprised watching her on the show that she's not more emotional about that stuff.
Right.
She
It kind of seems like she's just kind of
making light of the whole thing.
Yeah, like accepting it, or like, I don't even know how like to describe it. It's a weird thing that she's doing whenever they talk about their situations, and then he tries to like kiss her, and she is like, yeah, like it's weird. Like I don't know. Even during the whole eating the hot pepper segment, like he was just taking blame for everything. Like, all right, I'll take it. All right, I'll take it. I'll take the blame. Like, it's like they weren't trying to really be real, and I think that's why their situation is never going to fully get resolved, because they play too much. She wants to portray that they're this happy, lovey
like the
couple,
Huxtables.
right? When we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's putting you through the ringer, and he seems to still be, because we heard about him in the headlines just, was it last month?
Few months, yeah.
Right, about him in some, was it a stripper?
A stripper / prostitute.
And she
showed that his tattoos were in the picture. So
right,
he was
and she's like,
her.
no, I was on the phone with him all night. Like, you can't. You can't be.
He was there. We saw his tattoos in the picture.
Right.
And him moving around. They kind of sneak videotaped him.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't on the phone at that point. But, whatever she wants to believe about her life.
If you like it, I love it.
Nice.
So that's them. Next we have Lil Mo and her husband, Carl Dargan. These two are interesting because I think he knows that getting with Lil Mo was going to boost him up in a lot of ways, and I think partially that's why he did it in the beginning. And as she said, being with me brings, a lot of perks for him and his career, because nobody knew who Carl Dargan, the boxer, was before he was with Lil Mo. I had no idea who this man was, even though people apparently have known him in the Philadelphia area. Being with her, I'm sure for him does bring perks, but at the same time, as a man, I'm sure that can be, nerve-wracking to be known as Lil Mo's husband, and that's it. But we see it when the roles are reversed, when women are looked at as just, whoever the athlete or the rapper is, they're just the girlfriend or just the wife. What they've accomplished doesn't matter, or is not important, or is not seen as anything.
Look at Tammy and Waka. Tammy was just Waka Flocka's girlfriend / wife, whatever, and she made a name for herself separately. So that's for him to kind of step out of her shadow, to take that on and really do that. Yeah. Safari was just Nicki Minaj's hype person, and he had after that breakup, he had to take his name and run with it. So that's for Mr. Dynamite to take his name, take this opportunity, this exposure that she's granted him, and to make a name for himself.
Yeah. And doesn't mean
he can't put that on her and say, you need to big me up. You need to big yourself up and come out from out of her shadow.
But he just seems, is it slow?
Basic.
He seems like, he didn't get enough oxygen in the womb, or I don't know if it's
blows to the head.
That's what I was gonna say, the blows to the head. He just seemed a little off. Mm-hmm. Like, even when they argue, he's like, like he can't get it. He can't get it together. He can't figure it out. So, yeah, I don't know.
She talks really loud and fast. So
she does. She's quick with it. So even during the whole the rap battle, Lil Mo came with her little bars. She was ready. Like, she practiced in the corner. She was like, y'all not gonna have me out here looking crazy.
The songwriter.
Right. So she came with her little bars, and I don't even remember what he said. It really wasn't anything to remember.
And that's the thing, is that I feel like when he's up against that personality, he kind of cowers.
Yeah, because I think he knows he must not be very smart, or no, I'm not gonna say he's not smart, but it must not be. I don't know. I can't even describe. Maybe he's not good at conversation, or something of that nature. And Little Mo, she said, she's just quick with it. She's an artist, so maybe that's the reason why he has an issue with being himself, or finding his own name of something. But she seems to really love him.
Yeah, it seems like they have a decent relationship.
Right. She seems to really love him, and she really wants
like if he just stays off social media,
right,
and continues to build himself up as a man, they have a great
And that's the next thing. You can't be asking for respect and do this and do that, and you out here entertaining hoes. Like, you can't just expect everything to be better from her. She can't respect you if you're not even respecting your own household.
So my question for him is, what are you working on? Do you have any fights coming up, or like what is your source of income?
Yeah.
How do you? Because I'm sure she has royalties and other things coming to her. What do you have coming to you?
The only way I know that he has a fight is when it's promoted on her page, because I follow Lil Mo on Instagram. So the only way I know he's still
fighting.
He is still fighting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has fights. So the only way I know he's having one is when she promotes it.
At least he's busy.
Yeah, so he does, fight and I guess train, and good. I don't know if they're considered amateur or pro. I'm not sure, but I hope he does get something, out of it. Apparently he's really good, because I don't think he's lost any of his fights from what I've seen her post. So he seems to be doing good as far as being a boxer.
But he needs to focus on that and dive all the way into that and build that Dynamite name up, because we didn't hear it before.
We didn't.
So he needs to just keep working on that.
Right. So hopefully that works out for them. We'll see throughout the rest of the season. And lastly, we have Nia Riley and Soulja Boy, a.k.a. Soulja Man, a.k.a. Big Draco.
Is he Young Draco?
Big Draco? It was Big Draco.
Oh, he Big Draco. Okay.
Yeah, he is.
Ciao.
Yeah.
Chile.
So these two are, to me, going to be the main focus of this whole show, because they have a very tumultuous situation. It seems like it's years of this. They said they've been dealing with each other for almost 10 years. Mm-hmm. And the way Soulja Boy, I have to say, this episode I do feel a little soft spot for him somehow. I do still think he's on some type of drugs. It's not just weed or whatever it is. Soulja Boy, you need to scale it back because you were not looking good. But he said,
bitch, I ain't on no fucking drugs. Fight with me, bitch.
I felt like he was personally talking to me.
For everybody that's saying, like, oh, Soulja Boy look like he on drugs. Soulja Boy look bad. Soulja Boy look like he on crack, he on powder. Bitch, don't play with me like that. I ain't never did crack in my life, bitch. I'm a millionaire. I'm worth motherfucking $30 million, nigga. I never did cocaine in my life, nigga. Don't play with me like that. But I just was in a bad car accident 2 days ago, bitch. I almost lost my life. I hit my fucking face on the fucking dashboard of the car, bitch, and my shit swollen, my teeth. I need surgery and shit, nigga. Don't be making fun of my fucking appearance and my fucking looks, nigga. Talking about I look like I'm on drugs. Y'all better suck my fucking dick.
Listen, I'm just here to help. Okay? That's it.
Gee.
But on the show, their rap battle was interesting because she was talking about how he has respect issues, like he doesn't respect her, and we saw that during the episode, because as soon as they got into like a little altercation or an argument, he completely threw any respect he had for her out the window by calling her all sorts of bitches, hoes.
She called him a bitch too. But the thing,
she did.
We've seen their interaction even on Love and Hip Hop. Mm-hmm. The minute he's uncomfortable, he pretty much lets her know like she's disposable.
Yeah.
Like you could get on, you could leave. I got other bitches, plenty bitches. This all the things she's ever said. So to play devil's advocate, there was a comment that she made where she said, "What, are you gonna kill yourself again?"
Yeah.
And they came on her like, you can't joke about suicide, and she accepted that and she took responsibility for that. But from my perspective, I didn't feel like in that moment she was making a joke about it. I feel like she was taking some of her power back, because the way that he acts like she's so disposable, when in actuality she knows in private that he's near suicidal at the thought of losing her. Mm-hmm. So I think that when someone's acting so fly in front of everybody, like, oh, please, you get out of my face. I'll have a new bitch next week. And it's like, don't call me later and talk about that suicide shit.
Right.
So, I mean, I didn't think it was just someone in passing saying, oh, why don't you go kill yourself? And she really didn't say that. She said, are you going to kill yourself again?
Yeah, she was like, are you okay?
Yeah, you good?
I think it was more the two of them. Like, what's the saying? Hurt people. And I think the way he hurts her by saying the things he does, she just wanted to hurt him back.
Right.
And that's the issue that they both have. It's like, you hurt me, I hurt you. I hurt you more. I can say more.
Toxic.
Yeah, I can say more vicious things to hurt you more. And that's why they are. And because then you saw when they got with the doctors, and the doctors were telling them pretty much like, hey, the two of you gotta figure something out. They were like, I'm sorry. And he was like, I'm sorry, baby. He turned back into,
I think that's their cycle, though.
Right.
It's this volatile outburst followed by reconciliation and a honeymoon phase. Back to the toxic. And that back and forth is draining. Makes me wonder if that's why she put on so much weight. Or what she's going through, because their interaction back and forth, she thinks it caused her to miscarry, and that stress can really get to you. So 10 years is enough time to see a relationship through. I think at this point they need to leave each other alone. I do think that Soulja Boy is the problem in this relationship, although I don't think that she's perfect. She's admitted that,
right?
But he gets too crazy she does have a child.
Yeah, so I think something happened with that when she had a child with someone else. I think they went through a time, and I think that's probably part of the reason why he says some of the things he does, because I think he's still hurt by that, regardless of, I don't know how old the child is now. She has to be like, older.
10 maybe.
Yeah, I would say like 10-ish. But I think that does hurt him a lot, that thought, when that did happen, because I do think he loves her. I do think she loves him. I do agree that maybe they need like some space, but I do see hope for their relationship, because I do see that they really do genuinely care about each other.
I don't.
I do.
I just feel like once you cross, there's certain rules in relationships that you can't cross. One is physical. Me and my partner should never invade each other's space in an aggressive manner, whether it's pushing, pulling, grabbing, smacking, punching. That line should not be crossed. We learned that in kindergarten. Keep your hands to yourself. You don't cross that. And then 2 is emotional abuse, where it's like, oh, you ain't shit anyway. And we do see that in a lot of Black relationships and minority relationships, where it's not just us, but that's kind of part of it, baby boy, like, you ain't shit, nigga. And you just really shouldn't demean someone like that. Once it's over, all bets are off. But if we're still trying to work with, you can't take back words.
There's a line that you don't cross.
Right.
If you know you
no
still
man
that
I'm
still
still gonna be with gonna be like, bitch. You call me a bitch. You took it too far. I can see if you say,
you're acting crazy.
Yeah, exactly. You can get out of my face, but to be like, bitch, get the fuck out of, it's like, those fighting words, it's too much.
Like, bring it back. No.
So once you've gone there, physically, emotionally, it's hard to get back where you started. Once you cross those boundaries and you're still with the same person, I feel like it's hard to say, we're not going to call each other bitches anymore. We're not going to take it there when we argue, because you've already made that habit.
Right.
So if they do stay together in a healthy way, it's going to take so much work that a lot of people are not willing to do.
It is.
Most people just want to start fresh with someone else because it's just easier. He's not. He has the maturity of a 17-year-old.
He does. He's not ready to do that work, because we've seen lately he's been on a lot of interviews. He's been doing a lot of TV, press, radio, and even though Soulja Boy is very entertaining, he's funny. People are getting a good hee-hee ha-ha out of his antics and things he's saying. I do think he's very smart. I do think he has room to grow, but he is 28 and it's time to start doing
you
that
forget
growing.
That he's that old when you're watching him, because he's acting like he's 19.
Right.
He's 28, he's pushing 30.
Yeah.
I wish they would have come down more on him. Like, you can't throw her away so easily when you know you need her. You know that you really desire her on a real level, but in front of all these people. And I do think she was wrong for speaking on her man to other dudes. That was weird.
Yeah. Because not calling him a man, calling him a boy.
She shouldn't have said a damn thing about him to them. Because I know if it were me and my man is sitting there with females like, oh, she be doing this.
Yeah,
I'm like, like, you talking about me to these bitches? I would be so annoyed. So she did cross the line there. But there's a way to. He was so right that he was wrong. Like, you had to come in and act crazy.
Yeah.
Just say, excuse me, can I talk to you? Like, don't do that. He doesn't know how to communicate and express himself in an adult
He flies
fashion.
off the handle. And
he does.
He doesn't say things
and
that
he was
are
right.
coherent.
He was right. He had a point. But then he just came in and just started like throwing her under the bus. He's too comfortable doing it for my taste. And if she was my friend, she was my sister, I would hate him.
And they're comfortable with it because they've been going through this cycle for how long?
Right.
They know they're going to come back to each other, and it's going to be, like you said, the honeymoon phase again, and then we're going to get crazy again. So
the fact that that was a joke. He blamed her for him smoking weed.
Yeah.
I was like, really, sir?
And she's like, but when we're good, what do you do? And he was like, smoking. Like, so, sir.
There's just something to say. He doesn't think things through.
Right.
He just is.
And that's the thing, is because he doesn't know what to blame her for. So that's something that they're going to work on.
A lot of baby men like him, they look for a woman to figure that out for them.
Yeah.
Like, give me the answers.
So, Nia, you got some shit with you too, girl. Well, I guess every episode we're going to see more and more, but yeah, they are the ones I think that's going to be the breakout of this whole situation, this marriage boot camp. They're the ones that are going to have to put in the most work. It's only 10 days. It does seem like it's longer from watching it, but they keep saying it's only a 10-day period, which you're not going to be able to fix a 10-year relationship in 10 days, but we'll see as the episodes go on. All right, so guys, thanks for joining us again. This is NYC Chat Room with Tiffany and Lauren. Please let us know what you thought about the episode in the comments below, and please just like and subscribe.